I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it whip.
All right, we are back. Now we're going to transition to the National Basketball Association. Yesterday was Media Day. Man, the NBA is my favorite sport. Love not only just the NBA, but I love basketball. I mean, basketball, I play 2 or 3 times a week myself. I've coached basketball. I attend games when the season is going on. I mean, my life kind of revolves around basketball and watching all those, I'm a Laker fan, so I'll watch at least 70 Laker games a year and playoffs as well. So it's getting close to that time of year where I'll be stuck around the tube watching that. But let's get into some highlights from Media Day yesterday. And I make no apology of being a LeBron James fan if you're a hater.
Look at LeBron and Bronny together at their first media day for the Lakers, and it was reported during the week that at a Lakers practice, LeBron and Bronny got matched up on each other, and LeBron took him to the paint and scored on him, then had some friendly trash talk after that. But here is LeBron and Bronny talking about that moment, and it's quite funny. Take a look.
You guys had a moment at practice that was well documented last week. We heard your take on it, where you said great defense, but better offense. Can we get your vantage point? What you thought about that?
All right. In all seriousness,
Please.
I looked at the film and he did step out of bounds, but I'm not gonna go there.
No, you can go there.
I'm not gonna go there right now.
That's a big part of it.
But
What do you mean you're not gonna go there right now? You just went there.
I mean, I definitely did. I definitely did. But
I stepped out of bounds.
he stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that
I gotta
camera
stop.
angle of the
I gotta
baseline like
stop. All I know is I gotta stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
Now that was a foul too. He slapped my whole arm, and we see.
Did they call it?
No.
Did the ref call it?
I mean,
If
I'm
they
not gonna
didn't-
get
the
that
whistle
call right
didn't
now.
blow,
I'm
there
not gonna
wasn't
get
no
that call right
foul.
now. I'm playing against.
Yeah, you're a rookie
guy
anyway.
on his-
You're a
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
This
you know what I mean?
is freaking amazing. For the first time in other sports, we've seen father-son. But can you see the freaking resemblance in their answers and their mannerisms and what's going on?
Ahead of this historic moment, you mentioned that you and Bronny discussed certain things such as, he's not allowed to call you dad on the court. What other things have you guys discussed behind the scenes to make this milestone work? And in addition to that, we all know when you expressed that this dream started for you, but personally, when did you decide it was your dream to play with your son?
Well, I mean, we don't. To be honest, if you have kids, I mean, I'm at my age and his age. There's not really much interaction going on a day-to-day basis. I mean, he comes down, he eats, he goes to his room, plays his video game. I'm down there with my wife. We watching a movie, I stop in. So it's not much like, hey, meet me at the table at 5 o'clock. We need to discuss work tomorrow. No, that doesn't happen. But I mean, he's been in this rim of the game of basketball since he was born. Obviously, I've played in the NBA longer than he's been alive. So he understands the nuances of it as far as just being around the game. But now he's a man, and it's time for him to learn and get better with that. So. I guess I don't know if he's even coming up here. You can ask him the questions of how he feels about it. I know I'm super happy for him. Our family's super proud of him, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if we get a couple opportunities out on the floor throughout the course of the season, obviously that's going to be amazing. It'd be awesome, we wait for that moment when it happens, and then go from there.
So yeah, I'm excited to see LeBron and Bronny playing. I don't hear from people about nepotism and all that stuff. Hell, I mean, the National Football League, I mean, a lot of coaches only got those jobs because of who they're buddies and friends with. Remember I told you I'm a Vikings fan. I'm not trying to take any shots at Brad Childress, but I mean, obviously he got that job with the Vikings because he knows Andy Reid. So that stuff goes far, who you know. And it doesn't have to be sports. That's just life. I mean, I've been working since I was 14 years old. There's a lot of situations I've seen where people have gotten jobs because of who they knew. There's been situations where you have to train someone who doesn't even know nothing. You got to train somebody that's going to make more money than you, and you're their trainer. I mean, so that's just how it goes. So I'm not going to complain about that or say that Bronny is not deserving of it. And what happens on the court is going to speak for itself. So, we'll find out if he's ready for the NBA or not. But, I have confidence that, the coaching staff and everybody's going to put him in the best situation to succeed. And, every day he's got to punch the clock and work and get better. Speaking of the NBA, man, expectations, we'll see what's going to happen with the Milwaukee Bucks. Another year with Doc Rivers and his system, but they got to get better. They did not do enough last year to win. It's going to be very competitive because we know that the 76ers are stacked. I mean, goodness, they got everybody. You got Maxey, you got Paul George, Drummond. I mean, so we'll see what's going to happen with the 76ers, but they look, just on paper, they look like the favorites to come out the East, in my opinion. And then I'll say second, Boston. I mean, of course, they are the champs, and you got to beat the champs as well. So the 76ers, they got to – I take that back. I say Boston is number one, and the 76ers would be second because, the 76ers, they have not gotten far enough in the playoffs for me to put them as the favorites, even though they are very stacked. But Boston, probably would be the favorites to come out the East again. And then you got other teams. I think Orlando is still improving. I've gone to a couple Magic games, so I saw it 3 years ago. I knew that team was getting closer and closer to being better. So we'll keep an eye on the Magic. They did go to the playoffs last year. We'll see what's going to happen with the Hawks. But you got several, the Knicks just, made a trade, bringing in Cat. So that'd be interesting as well. And then, of course, the West is stacked with the Timberwolves now going to acquire, Julius Randle. We'll see how Dallas is going to look. They went to the finals last year. They're adding on Clay. Of course, I'm a Laker fan. We'll see how Ja and the Memphis Grizzlies are going to look this year. The Utah Jazz. Lots and lots of teams that we can talk about, but who's your team in the NBA? What do you look forward to from seeing from your squad this year? What are your expectations for the NBA this particular season? Leave a comment in the comment section. We know that Derrick Rose just retired. Amazing career. And also we know that some of these teams, we've had, coaching changes. We're going to see how JJ Redick looks this year as far as, his system and what's going on with his staff. I was a little shocked that they didn't bring back Phil Handy. I was a little disappointed with that. But, it is a business. These types of decisions are made. But, I wish, Phil all the best. And I know he's going to land somewhere with somebody. And I think that he'll be a great asset to any team that he ends up on. You can find me on Instagram at I'm in the Hills, Facebook Terrence Hill, Snapchat I'm in the Hills, X formerly known as Twitter I'm in the Hills, and TikTok I'm in the Hills as well. I have two websites. The first one is www.eetv.com. That's with two E's, eetv.com. And the second website is www.terrencehill.com. And lastly, those that want to donate to our efforts, the Cash App is I'm in the Hills. The Cash App is I'm in the Hills. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Terrence Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell as well to be notified when new content is uploaded. Be sure to share this content and also check out the community section as well, where there will be polls that you guys can vote on as well. And then lastly, check out some other episodes I have out as well, and leave your thoughts and comments on those episodes also. Thank you for tuning in to this segment of Terrence Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it